This describes something nearby. I swim with a turtle, seen only by those who let fear fall away.
Tenga cuidado si va al cementerio, señorita. Ahí vive una bruja y le gusta convertir a las personas en ranas.
I'll be sure to watch myself.
Una mujer hizo enojar a la bruja. Y luego la bruja la desapareció.
El trabajo duro es bueno para el alma. La secta ha logrado sostener esta misión con trabajo duro a lo largo de 400 años. Ángel de la Cruz y Trujillo Serrano llegaron aquí en ese entonces y se pusieron a trabajar de inmediato. Aún hoy en día seguimos su filosofía de que el trabajo es la única forma verdadera de acercarse a Dios.
¿Cuándo terminará Juan de cavar el hoyo para la fogata?
Ya conoces a Juan. Primero las...
Saber con exactitud.
No sé cómo explicarlo, pero ¿ha notado que aquí uno percibe el mundo de una manera muy diferente? Como que basta con atravesar una puerta o subir unos escalones para sentir como que uno llegó al cielo. Aquí parece que hubiera una conexión tangible entre esta vida y la otra. O tal vez ya estamos todos muertos. O tal vez tanto sol ya me está afectando la cabeza.
Dice que los mejores hoyos se cavan en la noche.
This document outlines the goals and works of the mission of St. John. In addition to their individual spiritual goals and their outreach programs, the people here are clearly passionate about contributing to the nearby communities. Education, literacy, healthcare, even donating a portion of the food they raise.
¡Ponga más atención!
La oscuridad lo cubre todo. En el necesitamos lucir la luz y que también este Padre Celestial dormía de sus hijos. La hora más oscura es muy buena de todos los agonizadores. Es la oscuridad tercero todo. Necesitamos especialmente oro en todo aspecto. Padre Celestial santo, dice que la hora más oscura es la hora de nuestra agonía. Ruego se protejamos la oscuridad de la necesitamos.
Now, this is a fascinating concept. The Miracle Club. Come meet people that share your beliefs, devotion, and taste for adventure. Create lifelong memories as you travel the world together. It's a Christian singles group dedicated to visiting pilgrimage sites. This is an official document issued recently by the Holy See. In consideration of this mission having been badly damaged by an unusually violent and entirely unexpected volcanic tremor, they sent requests to every Spanish-speaking diocese, asking them to consider sending missionaries to restore and rebuild this holy site.
Ana y José, las llamas jóvenes y osadas, subieron más y más por la montaña y el aire se iba haciendo cada vez más denso y frío. Justo cuando estaban a punto de llegar a la cima de la montaña, un vendaval helado sopló sobre ellos. Los bigotes les quedaron blancos y los dedos azules. Intentaron resistir, pero la montaña se convirtió en hielo. Resbalaron y cayeron en picada al bosque de abajo.
¡Ay, no! ¿Van a estar bien?
Ana extendió la mano y agarró a José de la camisa. Se abrazaron con fuerza y cada segundo las copas de los árboles se hacían más grandes debajo de ellos. Tengo una idea, dijo José. El viento se llevaba sus palabras, así que tuvo que gritar. Y eso que tenía la oreja de Ana a centímetros. Podemos volar al lago. Y luego señaló una pequeña mota azul del tamaño de un guijarro.
Pero las llamas no vuelan.
No fue necesario. José agarró las patas de Ana y formaron una lanza que atravesó el cielo. Ana solo debía girar el cuerpo para cambiar de dirección. El lago de guijarros era del tamaño de una piedra y fue creciendo a medida que se acercaban. Creo que lo lograremos, gritó Ana. José estaba a punto de responder cuando saltaron al lago. Fueron directo al fondo y luego se impulsaron y nadaron a la superficie.
Sí, sabía que lo lograrían. ¿Y ahora qué sigue?
Tendrá que esperar hasta mañana para escuchar el resto de la historia.
Es como si cada pocos años Dios lanzara un desastre en nuestra dirección.
I can see that the earthquake caused a lot of damage.
Nada que no se arregle con tiempo y materiales suficientes. Lástima que uno no siempre tenga lo que quiere.
Habrá que reconstruir.
30th of December 1603. Lopez has just returned from a nearby village, and with him came a group he says will follow him and help us with construction. There was something strange about his behavior. I attributed it to the long journey through the jungle. That night, however, he admitted what had been bothering him. They followed me, he whispered. The others. He walked off. I spent that sleepless night worrying about his deviations toward madness.
¡Qué niños tan llenos de energía! Necesito descansar un poco. No le cuente a las hermanas. Ciertos días me vendrían bien unos tragos. Pero la misión no permite el alcohol. Así que tengo que conformarme con los pocos momentos de tranquilidad que logro encontrar. Y si me disculpa...
This document describes the founding of the mission. There were 4 solar eclipses in this region around that time, in 1521, 1538, 1539, and 1543. Spanish missionaries reported that during each one, a vision of John the Apostle appeared on this site. So in his honor, the mission of St. John was built here in 1544.
Solo digo que si trabajaras en las reparaciones la mitad del tiempo que te la pasas buscando pretextos, este lugar ya estaría listo.
¿Qué quieres que haga? ¿Que cabe todo el camino?
No es buena idea. ¿Dónde se guardan las palas?
Bueno, tu turno. Tin, Marín, de Dopingüe. Júcara, mácara, títere fue. Yo no fui, fue Tete. Pégale, pégale al quien fue. Tin, Marín, de Dopingüe. Júcara, mácara, títere fue. Yo no fui, fue Tete. Pégale, pégale al quien fue. Fue divertido. Tú primero.
Su arco es impresionante. ¿Es cazadora? A la misión le serviría mucho una cazadora. Tenemos una invasión de lobos desde antes del terremoto. No puedo quitarles los ojos de encima a estos niños ni por un segundo. Nada más hace unos días vi a este en el camino corriendo detrás de un lobo. ¿Puede creerlo? Dijo que solo quería jugar. Como si los lobos dieran la patita y jugaran a traer palos.
So there's a crypt around here somewhere?
A secret crypt.
Why secret? If Lopez is involved, there's bound to be a trick.
That's a solid theory. What about you? Did you find anything?
I got a pamphlet. 7 steps closer to God.
Who knows? Maybe it'll help. Strange, there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the first time, meets his mother. Then Veronica wipes his face before he falls the second time. Then he is crucified and finally entombed.
Feels like a mausoleum.
Means we're on the right track, right? Jonah, I feel something. We're getting close. Let's look around for signs of Lopez.
These notes were written by the founder of the Sect of 7. They're talking about funds allocated for renovations to the library.
This cross, it looks like it's from the 17th century. The door closed and a silence settled, so great and so vast I held my breath for fear of breaking it. Lopez turned to me, his eyes wild, a smile screwed across his face. He came toward me, arms outstretched, and for a moment fear flickered across my heart. But he pulled me close, his fingers digging into my shoulders. I found it, he whispered in my ear, and releasing me, he wandered through this room, walls of pure jade reaching up to the heavens, completely covered in intricate etched mosaics and carved figures. I followed at a distance as he approached an altar, and watched as he lifted a silver box from it. The others are worried that Brothers de la Cruz and Serrano will not return. I have so far maintained they will, that they always have. But in my heart, I am beginning to believe we have seen the last of them, and that grief weighs heavily. We will continue their work. Either they will return to find we have not forgotten the teachings, or they will look down on us from above and bless our continued labors. And under his wings you may seek refuge. Under his wings. A heron and an eclipse. "25th of December, 1603. It has been 4 days since we turned away from the city. We traveled in silence and in circles, guided by a confusion of grief, relief, and celebration. Lopez and I exited the jungle and landed in a clearing, under the gaze of several faces carved into the side of the mountain. Lopez had an episode, as he later called it. He threw himself in front of the faces and screamed for forgiveness. The heaviest sin on his heart was abandoning Perez to the strange warriors. They had grown close over the journey. Try as I might, I could not console him, so I built a fire and waited, as he decreed his actions and pleaded for forgiveness from the silent stone faces. December 1603. Lopez woke me, having already prepared a Spartan breakfast. "This is where we were meant to be," he said, a cold determination in his voice, so very different from how he acted just the day before. I finished my meal as he spoke of holy retribution, how he had acted in error, but now God had put his hands on his shoulders and shown him the path to walk. "We will spread the true word of God from this small mission," he said, pointing to an adobe building just beyond the stone faces. "We will prepare the path for the chosen one to follow, for only he who does will be worthy of this box." Jonah! This book describes a stranger's arrival at the mission. He founded the Sect of Seven. Maybe that was Lopez.
Like on the pamphlet. We must be getting close. We should keep looking.
John, son of Zebedee, one of Jesus' apostles, also called the beloved disciple. He and his brother James were known for their impetuousness and temper, which prompted Christ to start calling them Boanerges, sons of thunder. John is credited with writing 5 books of the New Testament, the Gospel of John, the 3 epistles of John, and the Book of Revelation. He's the patron saint of love and loyalty, as well as writers, publishers, and scholars. One of his symbols is a serpent in a cup, which is linked to his patronage of victims of poisoning and burns. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. Jonah, those 2 Bible quotes. The sun will be darkened, and under his wings you may seek refuge.
What does it mean?
That's it. Look for a heron and an eclipse. This roughly drawn sketch shows St. John repelling a demon attack. Perhaps they plan to have this as one of the frescoes in the mission. Brother de la Cruz appeared one day, emerging from the jungle, breathing new life into the mission. There were just the 3 of us when he arrived, and Sister Dorothea had been ill for many weeks. He and his associate began to work that first day. By the next week, de la Cruz had recruited a workforce of 3 dozen. They have prepared the bell tower and worked the fields, planting crops. Brother de la Cruz aims to make us self-sufficient. We'd spent so long alone out here, I'd worried we'd lose God's ear. Lo and behold, we not only had his ear, but he sent another to act as his hands as well. Stone faces weep as Jesus creeps along the dolorous path. Too many died, more will still, and more will still, and more will still. His light leads the way. There's a whole mural under here. Veracruz, the true cross.
Is that what I think it is?
The silver box. It's unmistakable.
Jesus takes up the cross. These are the stations of the cross. But there's a bunch missing.
Before 1600, there were only 7. This could date back to the time of Lopez.
This is one of his clues.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing he does.
All right. Let's see if we can find a cross lying around here somewhere. When we find the box, how do we get the key back from Dominguez?
We'll find a way.
Found something?
Yeah. Jesus takes up the cross. Help me lift this. Looks like a long way down. Let's see where this leads. Station 2. Jesus falls the first time.
There's an inscription here. Ambulate dum lucem habitis.
Walk while you have the light. Have to use the light beam to follow the stations of the cross.
That did it. I wouldn't want to be buried in here. My head tossed behind a cross somewhere.
Walk while you have the light, so that the darkness may not overtake you.
Sounds like a hint.
Or a threat.
This looks like the Virgin Mary.
Station 3. Jesus meets his mother.
The mirror looks dusty. I'll give you a boost. Hey, it worked. The light leads this way. What happened to these people?
It looks like the light activated something.
Laura! Are you all right? You're lucky it was a little rusted.
This must be Station 4.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at these frescoes. Have to use a light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. It looks like he's accepting the cross here. Look, someone else got close. He wasn't as lucky. There's a woman in this one. Strange, there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the first time, meets his mother. Then Veronica wipes his face before he falls the second time. Then he is crucified and finally entombed. Use a light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross.
These people look like they were tortured. Hung up in the ceiling.
I don't think this was just a crypt. I'll get it.
Station 5. Jesus falls a second time. Laura, is that what I think it is?
The Stations of the Cross again.
But with mummies. Isn't this sacrilegious?
Not necessarily. They could have been paying the ultimate homage.
Or they were just sick.
This must be Station 6. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations
Looks like a
of the
church.
Cross.
These ones are posed like monks.
Uh-huh. Strange, there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the They're carrying him. They're lifting him.
So Lopez staged the whole crucifixion with mummies? Seems sacrilegious.
I think this was a place of worship for an underground sect.
Literally. I guess this is the sect from that pamphlet.
Mm-hmm. She's wiping his face, I think. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of
Glad
the
I
Cross.
wasn't around when Lopez was.
He's carrying the cross. I think he's taking up the cross. Jesus, nailed to the cross. Don't let Lopez get in your head. He's caused enough trouble already.
Okay, let's do this.
strange there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the first time, meets his mother. Then Veronica wipes his face before he falls.
They're lifting him.
He's carrying the cross. I think he's taking up the cross. Jesus nailed to the cross.
What the hell happened here?
Lopez had his disciple wall him in, and then... bang.
No witnesses?
Only the hands of the righteous one may seize destiny from mine.
I guess it's you then.
He led us on this goose chase. He sabotaged every clue.
All to keep this box from Trinity.
And the people of Paititi. He was totally consumed by it.
Where is she?
I don't know.
I just need the box.
Fuck you!
Well, I guess we're done here.
Amaru!
Stop!
Let him go!
Release him, and I will give you the box.
Lara, what are you doing?
I've lost enough people.
I know you have. Your father was brilliant.
He was taken from me before I could know.
He was my friend. But he was obsessed, relentless.
You didn't know him.
He refused to see the potential for destruction in his work. He had to be stopped.
You had him killed.
He was going to lead the public to Paititi. Everything I love, everything I fought for. My world would have been destroyed.
And what about my world?
You can't think it's the same.
It is to a 9-year-old girl. I was a child.
There was too much at stake. An entire civilization, hundreds of years of independence, thousands of lives. I had no choice.
There's always a choice. It's not too late. You can honor Unuratu and restore the sun.
No. The threat must be removed.
You're a low, selfish, murdering coward.
And you, Lara? How many lives have you ended? In pursuit of what?
Lara, go!
Stop him!
What the hell?
That Rourke? Running past just now? Yeah.
Think we should call him?
Hell no. If there's any change in our status, he'll tell us.
Spanish Jesuit missionary Andres Lopez, a member of Trinity, was dispatched to find and retrieve this silver box of Ishal rumored to be in Paititi. Instead of bringing the box back to the Trinity High Council, he confessed the theft to his old friend, the Emperor Paititi, Sinchichika, Unuratu's ancestor. Together they entered into a plot to hide the box from Trinity. Lopez went west of Paititi and founded the mission of San Juan, leaving a path of clues stretching back to Cozumel for Sinchichika's descendants to follow when the time came. But while building the mission and the deadly crypts below, the box's power corrupted Lopez's mind. He came to believe that no one was worthy of the power of the sun. He died alone in the dark, consumed by the power of the box. Soon after, disease severely wiped out the population of Paititi, taking Sinchichika and knowledge of the path of the clues that led to the silver box with it.
Back to Ken, and it's all over. Jesus. Need to get to the bottom of this.
You bet.
I don't have enough space for that.
This is Rourke. Jonah Maeva has the box, and Lara Croft was last seen in the church. Find them.
They just left her alone in the church. It was chaos in there, obviously. But this is Croft. There was something more important to worry about.
How does he expect to get away?
It's like Croft is always making us play catch-up.
These people just don't give up.
All right, now we're trying to keep the enemy in.
Please, 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 try to come through here.
You still haven't found her.
God damn it, she's hunting us! No, sir. Find the fuck responsible for this!
Friend has the box.
We're taking charge. Shit, I better look around.
I'll call
Yep.
it in.
Spread out, guns up!
Right with you. What's going on? Above me.
Gotta check that.
Warm up!
Ready to engage!
Keep your voices down.
Nada, you see anything?
Not done yet.
We're taking casualties! They can't be far. Stay close! Signal if you see anything! What the hell's going on. Yes. Up there? Keep your heads up! Let's get this done! Hostile! What the?
Jonah, where are you?
I'm in the cane field. They can't see me.
Keep your head down. I'm on my way.
Cane field, all units. Priority 1. Find Lara Croft.
You heard the commander. Let's go hunting.
Croft, I know you're out there. I should have killed you in Siberia, but Dominguez was against it. That's on me. But I'm gonna fix that mistake. Now.
Got something! What the fuck?
Last chance
Let's get her.
Jonah!
Oh, God.
Ready?
Oh, yeah. I got it. I'm good.
What the hell were you thinking?
If I was you, it would have worked.
They might not get far.
Go, we got this. How much longer to Paititi?
Almost there. I'm sorry I lost the box.
It's not your fault. It's Dominguez. It's Trinity. All the way back, as far as I can remember, it's always been them. I could have had a family. Everything could have been different. We will get the box, and we will stop Dominguez. Your Highness.
Lara. Where's the box?
Amaru has it.
But the death of the sun draws near.
We'll get it back before he completes the ritual.
This will not be easy. We'll have to adjust the plan. Please, take your time to prepare yourself. We'll gather intelligence and fighters.
Thank you.
I'll stay here and lend Uchu a hand. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay. I can't believe how much Etzli has grown in such a short time.
He's going to make a great king.
Yes, but he's lost both his parents.
So did you.
I think he's handling it a little better.
That's just how it looks from the outside. So much responsibility on his shoulders.
I can't imagine.
It's not just about Trinity anymore.
No. Now it's for Paititi.